Hi guys, I'm going to film my 2-week postpartum update for myself and Freddie. We're both great. He's currently asleep in his little rocker thing, so I'll just show you guys. It's very cute. Oh, let's see if we can go down. Yep, so he's all bundled up and locked in. So, and he likes listening to the birds, if you can hear. Right. Okay, so what's happened in my week 2 postpartum? You'll have to forgive me because I have to write these things down because I'm terrible at remembering things. So I have my pad, and then when something happens I just write it down because otherwise I forget. So on Tuesday, obviously he was born on a Sunday, so his weeks turn over on a Sunday. So on the Tuesday, the midwife came over and did all his general checks and blah 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 blah, and found that he'd lost another 100 grams. So in total, since birth, he'd lost 150 grams, which I've been told is really good, and nothing to worry about. But I was told that they'd be coming back in 2 days' time, so 48 hours, just to reweigh him and make sure that he's not losing any more weight, but he's putting it on. And his colour's fine. All his other vitals were great. So that meant that he'd gone down from 8 pounds 8 ounces when he was born to 8 pounds 3 ounces. So then on the Thursday, the midwife came back, and she did all the same checks again, and she palpated my stomach as well to make sure that I was my uterus was contracting, which it had, and it was just below my belly button, which was good. So she weighed him, and he'd gained he'd gained weight, and he'd gone from 8 pounds 3 ounces up to 8 pounds 9.5 ounces, which was fantastic because that meant that he was now over his birth weight, because he was 8 pounds 8. So he was an ounce and a half over his birth weight, which was fantastic. So the midwife was happy, and I was happy because I was a bit worried that he'd lost the weight, obviously. I know it wasn't that much, but still, because I was exclusively breastfeeding, mostly on demand, but if he had slept more than 3 hours, then I would wake him up and feed him, which I was told to keep up. And so on the Thursday, we were discharged from midwifery care. So that was obviously a bit nerve-wracking, but also exciting at the same time. He had his first bath, proper bath, on, when was it? I've just written down that he had his first bath. I don't remember the actual day, but so he had his first bath with, we washed his hair with baby shampoo, and he liked it. He didn't, when I put him in there, he didn't cry straight away. He got a bit niggly towards the end, I think just because he was cold. But yeah, for the most part, he liked it, so that's good. And I'm not sure which day it was, but he started, the term for it is called positing, but just literally in layman's terms, it just means that he's bringing up, sick, after he feeds. So he started doing that quite a lot. After every feed, he would bring up quite a bit of sick. So we were going through quite a lot of muslin squares, and he was being sick over us. He's being sick over himself. I was getting quite scared because when we'd lay him down to sleep, Sometimes, like, he only did it the once, but he was sick. Obviously, because you have to lay him down flat. He was sick, and then he started choking because obviously he couldn't do it to us. He couldn't roll his head to one side. So that was quite nerve-wracking. Sorry, I'll just have to keep watching him. His sleeping's going okay. For the second week, he's waking roughly about every 3 hours, give or take. Sometimes he has a bad day, sometimes he has a good day. And I'm literally going through breast pads like crazy. I'm not even joking. I mean, I'm not bragging at all, because it's frustrating. But I'm just leaking everywhere. I'm not sure, because he's wanting to feed so much, I'm obviously producing a lot more milk. And yeah, so literally as soon as I take the breast pad out, it just goes psh. But yeah, Matt is back at work now, but I was really worried about that, but it's fine. We can cope, can't we, Freddie? Family have been really supportive. You know, coming around wanting to hold him. It seems like oh, and he's got his own little party trick now. Obviously, anyone with boys will know that when you change them, they like to pee over you. A lot. So, we have to be on guard. Sorry, I'm eating minstrels. Have to be on guard a lot. Oh. One thing I did want to discuss. Dummies. Now, everyone has different opinions on dummies or soothers or binkies or pacifiers or whatever. For me, it's been a lifesaver. So I'm just trying to find a pen. Freddie he likes to suck. In the easiest way to put it. He will feed, and feed really well. But he likes to comfort suck. And sometimes I just need a break from him being attached to my breast, or breasts 24/7. Any of you know who've breastfed, it's quite tiring. You know, you're constantly having to sit in a position, you know, like that. The other day, I didn't have a drink, my first drink of the day, until, obviously I got up during the night and had a drink, but my first drink of the actual day wasn't until 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I didn't even have lunch either. All I did was I snacked on a few crisps, which I know is bad, but I couldn't move. I was attached, he was attached to me. And if I let him, I know I'm going to have to just get used to it, just literally just put him down and he'll just have to scream for, you know, however long. But, yeah, so I give him the dummy, and this one here is, there. This one's the mam dummies. He loves the mam dummies. We also have, I'll show you. This is the dummy clip that goes with it. So this bit clips over here like this. So like that. And then this bit here has a clip on the end, which you open up like that. And then the teat sits in and there you go. So if the dummy falls on the floor, it doesn't get, you don't have to sterilise it, and then this bit just clips onto their clothes, or what I usually do, like that. So, and we did have the, because obviously I was using Tommy Tippy everything, and because we bought the breast pump, the manual breast pump, and the steriliser, they give you free dummies in it, free newborn dummies. So we took, and I packed the newborn dummies to the hospital, and I gave it to him in the hospital the first night, because he was being really fussy, and I was told I didn't want to use the dummy. I didn't want to use the dummy, but the midwife said, you know, it's fine, because I said I don't want to get him confused. So she said, that's fine, you can use it. She said, that's fine, you can use it. So I did, and he just kept spitting it out. I don't have one on hand, but I'm not sure if you can see, but it's quite thin, but it's got like it's thicker at the top. So, and obviously I'm not saying this is for every baby, but Freddie found it difficult to attach onto the Tommy Tippy dummy, because I'm not sure what you call the end of it, the nipple or the teat or whatever, was too thin and too small for his mouth, and he kept just trying to find it like that. So my nan bought the mam dummies. They're in newborn as well, and so I just thought, at first I thought, okay, he just doesn't want a dummy, but then I thought, well, I've been bought these, so I may as well try it. If he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. So I got the mam dummies, put it in his mouth, and that's it, and he's had it ever since. So I would say, obviously, to anyone, if you're struggling with, you know, a thin or a small teated soother or dummy or binky or pacifier or whatever, then just to give something else a go. And this is orthodontist or whatever, so it's good for their mouths. It's good for their mouths, and it adapts to their palates as well. So it's just great. So I might add the link to the mam website underneath for anyone who wants to have a look at it. But my nan bought bought the dummies from Sainsbury's. I think they're about £4 for 2 or something like that, which isn't bad. So yeah, and I don't fault them, and I wouldn't have any don't have any problems with them. Postpartum for me, my leukemia or my blood loss has been good. Pretty much stopped now. It's gone to kind of like a brown colour. I'm not having to take painkillers anymore. It's not painful. It's sometimes a little bit uncomfortable when I pee, but it doesn't sting anymore. And yeah, I think that's about it really, apart from showing you my belly, which I don't think has changed at all either. So yeah, here's my 2 week. So today I am 2 weeks and 2 weeks, 2 days postpartum. So stretch marks are still really bad. So on the front, That's from the other side. So it's still a little bit, but that's from the front, and that's from the side. Okay, well, I'll be back next week for my 3-week postpartum. Can't believe it's going to be 3 weeks. Oh my god, it's going so quickly. But yeah, any comments or anything like that, just leave them below. Yeah, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.